This is the TV Podcast with Chuck Thomas and Greg Scott.
Hello, good evening, and welcome to the TV Podcast. As always, I'm joined by the King of Christmas. It's Mr. Greg Scott. How are you, Greg?
I'm so Christmassy I could shit tinsel.
Strictly Come Dancing star Thomas Skinner is suing the BBC. Skinner claims the BBC rigged the votes that saw him leave the show. This is a very interesting story. He says he received an anonymous email from a BBC executive with stats that showed he received far more votes than originally appeared. Do you think that's true?
No.
I think he may have received the email, but it was from an anonymous source. So it could be anybody. Just joking with him.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So what I heard, and I don't know where this came from, he got 1.4% of the vote on the week that he was voted out.
Oh,
Week
wow. Well,
one.
that's very low.
Yeah.
So was he out in week one?
Yeah. He was the first person out on this series of Strictly.
And would you say, because I didn't watch it, was he the worst dancer?
Oh, by far. He was this clumpy, heavy-footed branny.
So even if he hadn't been evicted the first week, it would have
Evicted?
happened. I don't know, is that what they call it? What do they call it?
Voted out.
That's the nice way of saying it. He would have gone very soon anyway.
Yeah, absolutely.
So why is he fighting this the way he is?
I don't know. Maybe it's because he's seen Trump's taking action and he thinks, well, if there's anything left, I'll have some of it.
Well, Trump is suing for 10 billion, I believe.
Is it 10 billion now?
I think it's 10 billion.
My goodness.
It was 5 billion or 10 billion, but it's a lot. And
I can't see him being successful.
Now, the BBC has denied this and says votes are validated and verified by two auditors.
Yeah.
Now, again, we've worked in this kind of television before, and there are auditors.
Yeah.
You don't tend to do it yourself. So I don't think the BBC would have done this.
No, they are independently verified.
Yeah.
You know, they say it every week. I know Olivia van der Werf. She's an independent adjudicator, an independent verifier on many shows. You know, she makes sure everything's down the line on The Chase, and many other shows.
And also, the show's been going for a long, long time.
Yeah.
So if there ever were issues with something like this, which there may have been once or twice in the past, these things can happen when you're creating these sort of huge shows.
Yeah.
This would have been 15 years ago. This wouldn't be happening anymore. So I don't think he'll win. I don't think there's anything there.
No.
Also, what's very interesting is he says it's suspicious that a top executive and both presenters also quit the show during this time. Now,
what a load of egotistical bollocks.
Yeah. Now, a top executive quitting isn't unusual because if you've ever seen the production team on that show, there's about 300 people who work on it. So there's probably a top executive who quits every year on that show. And the hosts, well, I think Claudia is just too busy because she's got the biggest show on television now and probably has a lot of offers.
The timing was just coincidental.
And Tess probably didn't want to work on her own or probably didn't want a new co-host.
Yeah, well,
so I don't think
Claudia.
it has anything to do with Thomas Skinner.
Of course it doesn't. That's it. That's him. I mean, he spent too much time around J.D. Vance.
ITV America is considering producing a new movie based on Love Island. Greg, would you buy tickets to see this?
I mean, what can they do to make a movie about Love Island?
Well, it has been done once before. There was a show called The Real World, which was on MTV.
Yeah.
And they turned that into a movie once. And I think what ITV is thinking is they've got very valuable IP.
Right.
So rather than just being a TV show, whatever things could you do? You could do a theme park.
Yes.
You could do a movie. You could do a board game.
A theme park where there's lots of rides.
Yes. I mean, would you like to go on a Love Island ride?
I'd love to ride on Love Island, as do most of the contestants.
Now, after 6 seasons, it's one of the most popular shows on NBC streaming service, which is called...
NBC Stream, Peacock.
No, it's called Peacock.
Peacock, yeah.
That's absolutely right. Now, do you think this would be a huge hit?
No.
Because I don't think young people go to the cinema anymore.
Why would the cinema? Oh, because it's
a movie, Greg.
Yeah, but they wouldn't. We're not talking about putting it on just direct to television on Peacock or Netflix or something like that.
No, they want to make a movie out of it.
Yeah, I don't know what angle they'd come at, though. I don't know where to make a movie of it.
So imagine there's a murder in there.
Yeah.
And somebody needs to find out who's murdered the beautiful woman.
It's a subplot that's fictional, based on Love Island. Is that what you're telling me?
There you go. I mean, who wouldn't want to see that? I mean,
Me.
I'm excited just hearing what you just said.
You see, I'm not the demographic, mate. You're running this past the wrong person.
Are you telling me that, when the current Mrs. Scott's had an early night, you haven't nipped downstairs to watch a bit of Love Island?
Well, I might have flicked through it. There's a good bit, and just rewound it and paused it and then moved on.
Who is your favourite Love Island contestant?
Oh, Amy Hart.
Can I ask, is she related to Tony Hart?
No, but she's related to Bret the Hitman Hart.
Wouldn't you love to
That's a
see
lie.
the BBC remake Heartbeat with Amy Hart?
And Bret the Hitman Hart.
I think he's dead though, isn't he?
No, Owen Hart, his brother, died in a tragic accident live on a pay-per-view.
I still think the first season of Love Island, which is what we're meant to be discussing,
yes.
was the best. Of course, we had Jane Middlemiss.
Of course, it was
Abby
all
Titmus,
celebrities, wasn't it? Yeah.
Rebecca Lewis,
Yeah.
Michael Greco,
Yeah.
and Callum Best. I was thinking we should pitch to ITV a reunion of the original Love Island 20 years on. Now, that would be worth watching.
And then match them with the people who were in the very latest series.
Well, I mean, there's quite an age gap there.
Yeah, age gap Love Island.
But you can't have Michael Greco flirting with a 17-year-old.
I'm sure that's happened in real life.
I think Michael would and has denied those allegations. Sky TV is developing a 3-part documentary series exploring the various scandals behind the X Factor. I think this is going to be explosive because
It could be a bomb.
there are many, and nobody's ever touched this before because for so many years it was such a juggernaut. But I think this is going to be explosive.
Well, I mean, you got the likes of Katie Waisel, who's always on social media saying her piece about what's gone on over her time on the X Factor. Rebecca Ferguson is another one, and everything they've said has been so controversial, and yet the media hasn't, or the mainstream media at least, has not picked up on it. They've not picked it up and run with it. Makes me wonder why, because maybe they don't want to upset Simon Cowell while he's got some value for them.
Yeah, I think you're right. The show's no longer on. It's no longer the powerful juggernaut it was. And talking about Katie Waisel,
Yeah.
she's retrained to be a lawyer. Did you know this? So
Yes,
she
I
can
did
sue
find that.
Simon Cowell. So she's made it her life's ambition to really go after Psycho and reveal what she says was exploitation. Well, so I was doing some research on the X Factor because there have been accusations of vote rigging, which they deny. And apparently, do you remember Wagner?
Oh, yeah.
In 2010, I think, he actually received more votes than Matt Cardle and One Direction put together.
You see, the whole mechanic
I am, of course, joking.
Oh, were you?
We're talking about Wagner. Do you think Wagner got more votes than One Direction?
Well, One Direction didn't win the series,
She
did they?
Bangs, She Bangs.
Yeah.
You think he got more votes than Matt Cardle?
Might have done. He was a very popular guy, and then he was immortalised by Harry Hill on TV Burp.
Did you ever see, Sky did a very similar documentary on Boyzone where they looked at all the scandals behind the creation of that band.
Yes.
And Louis Walsh came out of that show looking so bad.
There's so much that I'm convinced one day it will all come out. I don't know what, but I'm convinced that there's going to be so much poison that's going to be revealed about not just the X Factor, but shows of that ilk.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because we should be careful. We're not picking on the X Factor. We're just saying that when reality TV was first created, there was a lot of exploitation across many shows in order to make those dynamic formats.
I don't know if they are true, but if they are, it wouldn't surprise me. Certain individuals working behind the scenes, certain individuals associated with the show who have done, apparently, the most horrendous things.
Well, talking about people who are associated with the show,
yes,
I do know that there was a particular warm-up man who looked a little bit like Christopher Biggins, who apparently is very dodgy.
Who?
His name was Greg Scott. He was a warm-up man for the X Factor. Have you ever heard of him?
I did one.
That's all it took, Greg. That's all it took. Did you or did you not harass Gary Barlow?
That's between me and his lawyers.
Channel 4 has commissioned a new series called Britain's Favourite Railway Station. In the show, TV chef Cy King will travel the UK to visit some of our greatest rail tracks. Are you excited?
I feel like lying down in front of a train by the sound of that. It's Britain's favourite railway station.
Now, I don't know, who is Cy King?
Cy King was one of the hairy bakers, wasn't he?
Why is he hosting a show about railway stations if he's a TV chef?
Because, right, chefs use sharp knives. Knives used to cut things. You cut through traffic in a car. A car is the thing with wheels, and a train's got wheels, and that's what that is.
Oh, well, he's ideal for it then.
Perfect,
In fact, he sounds like the new Michael Portillo.
Yeah.
Now, in the show, Cy King will meet the fascinating people that keep these vital structures ticking and operations at their best. It sounds like can't miss television.
What channel is this for?
It's Channel 4.
Channel 4,
Yeah.
right, okay.
A Channel 4 spokesman said, British people love railways, but it's usually the trains, not the stations, that get the limelight. There are so many amazing stories to be uncovered in train stations today.
What makes a good train station, other than the trains themselves?
Shall I tell you what
being
makes
on
a good
time?
train station?
Go on, yes.
The voiceover, the announcements. And I tell you, there's a connection between you and railway stations, isn't there?
Well, Southeastern Rail use my voice.
You are the voice.
I am the voice of only for their major announcements. If there's any major timetable changes, or if there's any major engineering works, then they call me and they say, Greg, we need your powerful butch voice to get this across.
So if you walk through London Bridge Station,
Yes.
and this has happened to me a lot, I've been texting you,
Yeah.
and then at London Bridge Station, I will suddenly hear your voice
Booming through.
Are you travelling this Christmas?
Whoa. That's me, is it?
Yeah.
Do it again?
It always goes, bing bong.
Yeah.
Are you travelling this Christmas? If you are, I'm Greg Scott. And I was like, somebody pays him for this?
That's nothing like me.
It's more like that.
I'm going to sue
Yeah.
you for that.
Ofcom have revealed the TV moments which sparked the most complaints this year.
Okay.
Can you guess what is at number 1?
Oh, is it something to do with GB News?
It's not. Actually, it's a very mainstream show. It's Love Island. They
Really?
received over 8,000 complaints related to bullying behaviour towards Shakira.
No, not Shakira.
She's a great pop star, Shakira.
Yeah.
I don't know why they were bullying her.
Just whenever, wherever.
A small number of complaints were related to Meghan also returning to the villa.
This
I don't know if that's
means
Meghan Markle. I
nothing
don't know
to
what she was in the
me,
show.
no.
Number 2, Vanessa Feltz. She received almost 2,000 complaints on a discussion related to breastfeeding and its benefits. I don't know if Vanessa was demonstrating this. I don't know.
That would probably cause a lot of complaints.
Would you like to see Vanessa Feltz breastfeeding?
No.
Number 3 was the Brit Awards. They
Okay.
received 900 complaints related to Sabrina Carpenter's dance routine and Charlie XCX outfit. They didn't like it. I don't know who either of those lovely ladies are. I'm assuming Charlie XCX is a lady.
Well, I know Sabrina Carpenter recently appeared on Saturday Night Live in America and did a very good job.
Was she one of the Carpenters?
No,
she's not.
Get with it, Grandad.
But I just want to mention this because Ofcom reveal these statistics every single year, and they say these are the top 10 most complained about shows, and it's always people who've had like 1,000 complaints.
Yeah.
But it seems so old-fashioned that we're even mentioning this because if you go on social media, if somebody's got a complaint about a show, it's in the tens of thousands.
Yeah.
But we're only hearing about people who have actually gone out their way to write a letter or make a phone call.
Yeah.
So, I mean, 900 complaints for the Brit Awards is nothing.
And the thing is, when it's a live show like the Brits, it's gone out. The whatever damage has happened has been done. What do they want to happen? What? Nothing can be done about it. Move on.
ITV is launching a new game show with Gary Lineker called The Box. In this exciting new format, 10 celebrities will be locked in a yellow box and dropped in a mystery location around the world. They won't know where they are, and they won't be told what they're going to do. Their challenge is to find their way home. Now, this sounds like an exciting new show.
Are we meant to believe that? Are we meant to believe that someone will go into a box in, I don't know, let's say London?
Yes.
And but they've got to stay in a box until it's transported to somewhere in the world, maybe 8 or 9 hours on a flight. We're meant to buy that. We're meant to believe that, are we?
Well, it's what they do with human trafficking.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So
and sheep.
They should have called it celebrity human trafficking.
Yeah, now that would have got figures.
With Myleene Klass. I'd watch that. Now, the challenges could be physical, mental, logical, or funny.
For the viewers, it'll be a mental challenge.
They will receive no instruction and must work out what to do. So, I mean, that's the bit I don't believe, because you're telling me there's going to be a film crew there. Myleene Klass steps out of the box. She's on top of a pyramid in Egypt. And she's like, how do I get home?
Yeah.
And the producers are like, well, we're not going to tell you.
I'm trying to see where the enjoyment for a viewer is in that.
I think
Has this been a hit show somewhere else?
Yes. I mean, it's one of those things which I'm assuming is Dutch. It sounds like one of those Ennio Banner J
it sounds like
Dutch
a
type
Dutchy
shows.
thing, yeah.
I could imagine it being good in a kind of Taskmaster way. If you get very entertaining people, and the kind of people like Alan Carr, when he was on The Traitors, you point a camera at Alan Carr, he's an entertaining person. So I'm assuming it would be good if you cast it correctly. And maybe they will, maybe they won't. But yeah, I don't believe that these people don't know where they are.
No. And with that doubt in everyone's mind, it sort of ruins the whole programme before it starts.
Gary's having a very good year because you know, he wasn't treated particularly well by the BBC, and the BBC let him go. And so far, I understand he signed a huge deal with Netflix. For crazy money. Good for him. And also, I believe that his podcast company, I think his podcasts are now going to be shown on Netflix.
Yeah.
Netflix very smartly are getting into the podcast business. If you look at podcasts, they're like stand-up shows on Netflix. They do tremendous numbers and they cost very little. That's really where the future is. And if you look at these traditional late-night talk shows like Jimmy Kimmel and Jimmy Fallon, they cost an absolute fortune. And then you get people who do them in studios like this, which is just a little bit of chat. They do exactly the same number of eyeballs and they don't cost anything. I think
what do we have to do to get Netflix to buy this podcast?
Well, I think number one, stop writing crazy shit on social media. That would help a lot.
What are you talking about?
And number two, well, why don't you look down the lens and send them a message? Because I know they love this show.
Hi, Netflix. Greg here from the TV podcast. As you've seen in the first few moments of today's show, we're incredibly entertaining and informative. And I do believe that there's a lot of money that we can make. So get in touch with us and we'll be delighted to coin it in for you and for us. I think that's worked.
Yeah, that's a done deal.
Done deal.
You are the new Gary Lineker.
I am. Oh, well, I mean...
Can I call you Golden Balls?
You did last night.
Moving on, let's talk about Christmas. Now, Celebrity Mastermind is back for 14 new episodes for Christmas on BBC Two. The BBC has promised some of the UK's biggest names will be taking their place in the iconic black chair. So I know you're a big fan of Celebrity Mastermind. I'm going to read out some of the celebrity names, and I want you to guess who they are.
Okay.
All right. First up, we have Fire from the Gladiators.
They should fire the bloody booker on this programme.
His specialist subject is the music of Lauryn Hill.
Oh, nice one. Yeah, that's a subject everyone can join in with.
Next up, Sonaz Nurani Veri.
Doesn't sound like a name. It sounds like a load of dropped Scrabble tiles.
After that, we have Dean Franklin.
Oh, Dean. Dean was in the advert for pile cream.
Then we have Chloe Petts.
Does she now?
Yes. If you've just tuned in, these are all the celebrities that will be appearing on Celebrity Mastermind this Christmas. Tia Kofi.
That's got to be a drag artist, hasn't it? Tea or coffee.
Izzy Barmer.
This is Celebrity Mastermind, isn't it? Her specialist
subject is guinea pigs. Joel Mawini.
Oh, yeah.
His specialist subject is Derren Brown. So that's the lineup. 14 new episodes, Celebrity Mastermind on the BBC. What's going on?
They've run out of celebrities, clearly.
Because you're more famous than all of those.
You know, it would sound very arrogant of me to say that you're right, but you're right. I mean, I've been on live national
You have.
TV quite a bit. Okay, 20 years ago. But, some people still remember me, and I should get a shot.
I've got some more names.
Yeah, go on.
Alexander Dragonetti.
Oh, yeah, the racing driver.
Janine Huruni.
Magician.
Dame Laura Davies.
Ballet dancer.
I don't know who that is.
No.
Susie.
Laura Davies. She's a golfer.
Susie McCabe.
She's a comedian.
Axel Blake. Great name, Axel Blake.
Yeah.
And finally, Phil Dunning.
Phil Dunning.
Yeah. I mean,
Dunfilling.
do you know what my specialist subject would be on Mastermind?
Go on.
Contestants you've never heard of on Celebrity Mastermind. If you'd like to book me, that's my topic.
You're too famous, mate.
I'm too famous.
You're too famous.
I was on TV 25 years ago.
There you go.
And I did a kids show 35 years ago.
There you go.
They couldn't afford me.
No.
Talking of Christmas, Fremantle is developing a new dating show called the Advent Calendar.
Just what we need, a new dating show.
Yep. Hold on a second. Are they not your real hands?
Yeah, I'm just removing them for a moment. There we go.
In the show, one single goes on a special quest to find love in time for Christmas by opening 24 doors on a supersized Advent calendar. So you know how you open a calendar normally, there's a little bit of chocolate behind it?
Yeah.
In this show, you open the door, it's a man. A real man, Greggles.
A little bit of minge and a little bit of cock. Brilliant idea. How long did it take them to think of that?
2 days.
Oh,
Maybe 24 days.
It took them 8 minutes, and then they buggered off down the pub and told their bosses that it took them 2 days.
Would you be disappointed if in the lead up to Christmas, you were opening your calendar doors every single morning, and instead of the chocolate, you found a man?
Well, I would be, yeah, unless if it was a lovely lady. But then how big would the Advent calendar be?
It's supersized.
I mean, you look at the size of the grid that they used to have on Celebrity Squares,
I was thinking of that, yeah.
and you had 9 people there.
Yeah. So
to have 24, it'd be huge.
Maybe it's the size of the Eiffel Tower. It's probably huge.
Maybe it's the size of David Walliams' ego.
Or his court case.
Yeah, you burped then, didn't you? You
Yeah, I did.
suppressed that very well.
Every time you mention David Walliams, an angel loses their wings and I burp. Now, do you think people are finally running out of ideas for dating shows?
I wish they would. I mean, clearly they are, because the formats themselves are getting so bloody thin.
But I don't think they're working because
they're shite.
there's dating shows on every channel every day now.
Yeah.
And everybody I know, every young person I know is single.
Yeah.
That tells me the dating shows aren't working. Do you know what we should do? We should do one episode where we just look at the history of dating shows and actually find out if they've been successful. Because recently, ITV was celebrating the 40th anniversary of Blind Date.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure why they were celebrating it because it hasn't been on for a long, long time. But they were anyway. And they had one couple that were doing the rounds on all the news channels.
Yes, saw them.
And they were
They got married, didn't they?
They got married. And they were saying, what a great success it was. And I was thinking, there must have been like 200 episodes of that show. And were they the only success?
Well, it depends how you're defining success. I mean, there was a lot of people who went on to be celebrities. People like Ed Byrne and Jenny Falconer and Amanda Holden. And who else was there? Oh, other ones as well. So they got what they wanted.
And in the American version, there were megastars made from that. Because
Steve Martin?
Yeah, because quite often they cast it in a different way. So I think it was called The Dating Game in America.
Yes.
And what would be funny is in this country, they'd put ads in a newspaper. But in America, they would go to the talent agents and say, who's your up-and-coming comics? We want them to come on the show.
Yeah.
And because they were up-and-coming, people thought they were real people.
Yeah.
So you're like Steve Martin, Pee Wee Herman. It was a different world. Really, some really good episodes. If you watch them on GSN, they still show them.
Joe Biden.
So it's that time of year again. We're coming towards the end of the TV year. There's been some huge hits and some real stinkers. And Greg is going to make some predictions now for the following year. So we've got a lot going on. We've got all the streamers. We've got traditional television. The BBC, there's some issues with the license fee. Will we continue paying it, or will it go behind a subscription? Greg, your predictions, please.
Well, I've been looking into a very, very accurate crystal ball, Chuck, and it has thrown up some might think wild predictions, but when you actually think about it, there is a possibility that some of these could well come true. So, for instance, Claudia Winkleman to host a week of special programmes at the Edinburgh Festival called Fringe at the Fringe.
Oh, that's nice. Do you think she'll keep her fringe? Because she's going to reinvent herself next year, isn't she?
It was very interesting when they did a compilation of clips on their last show because the fringe wasn't really there at the start of it, and then it's become sillier and sillier. It's just
I have
become
to
a
say,
trademark.
I'm a very big fan of Winkleman pre-fringe. I think she's a very attractive lady, and she used to do a dating show on ITV. That's where she started.
Yeah.
I don't understand the fringe.
And the eye makeup as well. I
Yeah.
mean, the eyeliner is so thick.
What, coming from a man whose face is painted green right now?
Yeah, fuck off. Then Norway to announce they're boycotting Eurovision. Nothing to do with Israel. It's just that they're shit at writing music.
Very true. And who's your favourite Norwegian band?
Oh, how are you sure you go here? CBBC is shut down as their attempt to bolster viewing figures is mired in controversy after just one episode of their new show, Bonnie Blue Peter.
Oh, that would be a hit.
Well,
Apparently, Bonnie Blue is now supporting Nigel Farage. Have you heard of this?
She's supporting Nigel Farage,
Yes.
and Nigel Farage is very, very happy to have her in his corner.
What would happen on an episode of Bonnie Blue Peter?
Cutbacks at ITV Daytime to be even more severe in the second half of the year, resulting in rehashes of the shows in the established lineup. Good Morning Britain will become Hello Kidderminster. They'll save money on turning down the power of the transmitter. The rest of the country will just see Looney Tunes cartoons and old episodes of Jamie and the Magic Torch.
Like the good old days.
Like
I
the
miss
good
the
old
good old
days.
days of ITV.
Well, indeed. Loose Women will be one camera pointing at a table of random females shouting about periods over microwave meals and pints of warm beer at Weatherspoons in Great Yarmouth.
Love it. They also talk about breastfeeding.
That as well, yeah. And
Well, hold on, will Myleene Klass still be on it?
Of course, yeah, as ever.
I love Myleene Klass.
It's in the contract. And this morning will be the same show repeated over and over and over again as nobody will fucking notice.
You could call it Another Morning.
Yeah,
Or Yesterday Morning.
Yeah, just morning.
Or Morning. I like that. Morning.
Yeah. Donald Trump to buy the BBC from the money he gets from suing the BBC. New shows will include Strictly Come Trumping, Bargain Trump, and Mrs. Trump's Proud Boys.
I love that. And he could bring back The Apprentice,
And
which was a wonderful show.
Yeah, he could sack Alan. You're fired
He
to
could
Alan
sack
Sugar.
Alan Sugar, and
Yeah.
he could put all of the BBC executives on the show, have them fight for their jobs, and just sack all of them. Now, 2025 has been an incredible year for television. There's been amazing dramas like Slow Horses. Apple TV have had a lot of success, some really good dramas. Also, BBC Entertainment is thriving with shows like Strictly Come Dancing. But Greg, he's a bit of a Grinch. He's a bit grumpy. And Greg really hasn't enjoyed television this year. So, Greg, tell us about the worst TV of 2025.
The most outstanding worst TV. Top 5 in no particular order. I'll let you put them in order. 99 to Beat.
Yes. Now, this was an ITV primetime game show, which we said would flop.
Yeah,
It was
we
hosted-
knew would flop.
Yeah, it was hosted by two brothers,
The Thomas brothers.
the Thomas brothers, one of which was in Coronation Street, and I think the other one was in another soap. Is that right?
Something
Hollyoaks
like
or
that,
something like that. And it was never going to work. They got a giant, it was like an aircraft hangar. They filled it with 100 people, do silly tasks. They whittle them down every week. It was never going to work. We said it was never going to work. And guess what?
It didn't work.
It didn't work.
It didn't work.
Much similar, I would say, to You Bet, which ITV are still persisting with.
Oh, they got the Christmas special.
It didn't work in the studio with two presenters, so they took it on location with one presenter.
Bet on tour.
There's a Christmas special which they will repeat the hell out of to get the 6-7 million that they need to show to advertisers, and they'll keep going with it because they're just so bereft of ideas.
Yeah. Funny enough, it makes the list.
Oh.
You Bet on tour. I mean, it was just like 99 to Beat. You don't care about the contestants because it's so overproduced. You don't build a relationship. You don't build a bond with the competitors. 2 to go in the shows.
Is that a new show?
The worst show. No,
2 to go?
2 to
No.
go, 99 to Beat, yeah. Any overly sponsored show. So, for instance, Cooking with the Stars,
Oh, yeah.
or The Great Escapers. Cooking with the Stars, it's a 1-hour advert for 6 weeks for Marks and Spencer. The Great Escapers, I can't even bear to even think about turning it on. It's just an advert for Jet 2. I mean,
Yeah. But I hate to say, I think there's going to be a lot more of those types of shows.
Win-win.
Win-Win. Oh, Win-Win was the Mel and Sue show.
The Mel and Sue show.
Now,
Again.
I found this really hard to understand because it was funded by the People's Lottery.
Postcode Lottery, yeah.
But when I watched it, I didn't really see the connection between the show and
People's
the People's
Lottery.
Postcode Lottery.
Yeah.
And also, the format wasn't that great.
The format was terrible, to
It
be
was
honest.
probably ITV's biggest Saturday night flop yet, I would say.
And finally, in the top 5 worst programmes of the year,
It's a good list.
Sorry, Freddie, Bullseye. It's such a raw game played by a certain type of person.
Yeah.
So here we go. The certain type of person we're talking about, they've not picked those people as contestants.
Yeah.
They've gone for the typical game show contestant, show off, look at me. They're not good at darts, the dart players. There's so much wrong with this remake. The questions are for 3-year-olds. They are so ridiculously easy. Freddie's terrible. I'm sorry. The little man who's doing the scoring, he's too much. He's too in your face. He's too, what's he called, Richard something. No, too much. The audience clapping. They clap constantly. I know they've got to fill out. I know it's a half-hour show and they've got to fill an hour, but they're clapping everywhere. Oh, he stood up out of his chair.
Well,
Hey!
I bet you. I was very intrigued with how they built the studio set for that because the audience, well, like the original show, the audience is in view.
Mm.
And what we know ITV love to do with their game shows is fill it with fake audience applause.
Oh!
And I bet you, I mean, I haven't watched the show closely, but I bet if you watch it, you're hearing a lot of applause and no one's clapping.
Yeah, you can see the audience. Oh, they're all sat there, sat with the thumbs up their arses.
Yeah.
But you hear all this clapping. Where's that coming from?
I tell you what that is. That is the TV producer's obsession today with recreating American game shows.
Oh.
And it's very different. I've been in the audience of a ton of American game shows. You get paid to turn up. The atmosphere is incredible.
Yeah.
It's electric. You get given a lot of sugar.
Yeah.
You get given a lot of coffee, and you applaud non-stop. And you do it because it's a job. It's not the same when you go to watch a game show in Leeds.
No.
It's just not.
No.
And also, we're not like that. So why are we trying to copy it?
Why do producers now of British game shows think we want American-style everything in their productions?
Yeah.
We don't. We're British. We like different things. We like different contestants. We like contestants to be real. We don't like the whooping and cheering when there's no need to be whooping and cheering.
Well, that reminds me, I forgot to wish you happy holidays, Greggles. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays to you as well.
Yes.
Happy holidays to all the listeners and viewers of the TV podcast.
Well, that's all we have time for on the Christmas special of the TV podcast. Many thanks to Greg Scott. Again, it's a shame that you didn't. It's a shame that you didn't make an effort. But thank you for turning up anyway, and we shall see you again in 2026.
That was the TV podcast with Chuck Thomas and Greg Scott.